And when, well, after all that, and I paid my way through high school and all, books, clothes and all, I went and joined the service. And my dad, he says, you know, this is probably one of the best things you'll ever do. And guess what? He was right. And, you know, I think, believe it or not, he was definitely right, because since then, I've had like a little roller coaster ride, but it's all came full circle. Now I'm so complete. And I can only say it the one way I can say it, and that's thanks to the journey home, thanks to my man upstairs, and my friends. I've made it.
So when our guys come in, the first thing that they have to do is come in through the ramp door and dislodge all their belongings. And then after that, they will go to the room and we will have all their bedding together. They will have their sheets, their pillowcases, their pillows, all their hygiene products. It will be sitting on their bed for them so that they can take a shower. Towels, washcloths, everything that they need, they will have.
I was communications operator, climbed telephone poles, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff there. Even got to drive for 2 4-star generals, General Blanchard, General Haig, and that was all while I was in Germany. Yeah, I went overseas. That was different because they spoke a different language there, and I had to learn that. And I don't know, I guess I done okay, because I knew how to get food. I knew how to stay undercover unless it was snowing, and I got kind of like turned into a snowman. But then I went from Germany. Well, hold on. Before all that, right at the beginning, I was in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Basics in AIT, then went to Germany after first permanent party was in Fort Hood, Texas. And then I went to Germany. Afterwards, when I came back, they reassigned me back to Fort Hood. From there to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and I was going, where's the gold? You know, because it's pretty close to Fort Knox. But I could walk out my front door, I was in Kentucky. I walk out my back door, I was in Tennessee. And I thought that was kind of neat. I've never done that before, be on a line where I'm one way or the other in one state or the other. But I did 3 years in the Army. And then I hit military as far as the United States Marine Corps. And I enjoyed that because that was definitely totally different from the National Guard or the Army. Really different. They say Esprit Corps, they mean Esprit Corps. You are going to learn their way. And it was neat. I went all together in all 3 branches. I went airborne, air assault, jungle training, desert training, survival training, and a drill instructor in both Army and Marines. And the funny thing is, when I went to the Marines, they said, oh, you don't got to go through that drill sergeant school again. I said, is that the Marine that I went through? And they said, no. I said, well, then I'm going through it, which I did. After 7 years, 22 days, I landed up back in the same town where Mom and Dad were, Gas City. She was a librarian there. She's like, well, did you learn anything? I said, Mama didn't do any reading. She goes, what was that about? I said, well, I was military, you know. Dad goes, go figure. You'll never get him to read. So then, I guess we'll say it was probably 3 years ago, and we're in 2021 now, so it'd be what, 2019, something like that. I landed up having some, we'll call them issues, because everybody has those. And these issues led me to become without a place. No roof over my head, no food, I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm starting to have this little worry, but yet here I am, this warrior, I can do it. And I thought real strong. But after a while, I was like, hold on now, you don't want to have a mental breakdown. You gotta do something. So I done what I thought was right. I went to the Gas City Police Department and I said, hey, I need to find a place to get some shelter. They ended up putting me in the Grant County Rescue Mission. And from there, I came upon a place called the Journey Home. They welcomed me with open arms. And I'm just blessed because without their, reaching out and saying, hey, we're here. I heard a lot of people say, man, what are you doing? And I said, I'm trying to get me together. Because once I get me together, then I can go forward. And as Teresa, I guess you called her number 2 in charge, whatever, along with Eldon, he's the CEO of the Journey Home. I just, I basically listened to her. She had a house meeting where all us veterans get together, and she says, it was almost like she's pointing, going, Don. I go, what? She says, listen up. Look, no kidding around. Listen up. I want you to get an idea of what you want to do, how you want to go about getting a place, how to get a job, so on and so forth. And I'm like, wow, this is almost like reliving my childhood when I used to mow yards, And to me, that was the beginning of my little trek of being homeless. Not once, but now we've done it twice. For most of you veterans, male or female, or anybody, there's always help out there. And to me, the Journey Home was what hit me the best. I felt comfortable after getting to know the staff. I actually worked at the Journey Home in-house, and I was still a resident. And I got to know a lot of the vets. There's some that are still here as far as living in the surrounding communities or elsewhere in other states. But the ones that lived here, I still get to see them on a regular basis, and it's neat.
Hi, my name is Nyla. I'm an outreach social worker here at the Journey Home. I have been working with Mr. Don Cortner to help him maintain his housing. Don's done a fantastic job at staying in contact with his landlord with any issues that he has had, and working towards getting anything resolved so that he can continue living where he's at. He has been going to equine therapy twice a week generally to help him with a lot of his anxieties and things like that. He's doing a fantastic job. You get him there, he just goes and gets the horses. He does his thing. You don't even have to stay on top of him. He knows what he's doing, and he likes it. So Don calls me his little sister because I stay on his behind all the time about everything from his housing to his health insurance, his doctor's appointments, just you name it. And he tells me I am probably one of the hardest people on him, but he appreciates it.
When I came here at first, I'll be honest with anybody that ever comes here, you don't know how a book or people are till you see the cover. And you can't take just by looks, because looks can be so deceiving. My thing is, you have an open mind, be upfront, honest, and with that, give what you can. If you think you're drained, you need help, you got to tell them. Being homeless and all this and that, yeah, I get it. It's rough, but you know what? If you come in here with an open mind and you tell them, give them a heartfelt story. I mean, you know what? They've got someone here trained to physically take that mind and get you back on track, because she was schooled. You know, we're talking Stacy, the newest of this team here at the Journey Home. And to me, it's amazing to take things and go on gut instinct to say, hey, you know what? I think I can. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're chugging along.
I'm Stacy Orr with the Journey Home, and I am the clinical supervisor here. My job is to really walk alongside veterans as they come through both the transitional housing program and our HRP outreach case management program, and really make sure that as an organization we're instilling lots of safe practices during their stay and their time with us, as well as making those connections and really empowering our veterans to take those steps towards treatment or whatever healing and growth they may be going through from a mental health and overcoming some of those addiction standpoint. Don is just one of the 200 plus veterans that have come through our program, and Don has done a great job connecting with other veterans and community members during his time here at the Journey Home, as well as being housed then in the community itself. I've really enjoyed getting to know Don and just seeing him grow as a person. He is just a welcoming soul, and anyone that comes into contact with him just feels his care and his enthusiasm for life. So that's one thing we love about Don. And Don, like so many others, really has grown and just changed throughout his time with us over the years. And we have just loved walking alongside him during that journey.
If you are homeless, you won't be long. They'll grab hold. You might feel like they're thinking you're the reindeer and they got you by the horns. No, you're still in charge, but you're just getting help, what you need. You as the person donating, that should make your heart feel good. Your whole being just enlightened with happiness, because us as veterans, that's what we need from you, help. Not just from the Journey Home, but you as the individuals caring for your soldiers, us, the veteran. That's it.